people.
Two perspectives. One
common goal. Answers.
Boy,
We don't need a remix. We just need to.
Boy, fuck you.
Get out the windows. Fuck the windows. Come on, you start us off today. Come on now. Start us off today.
Alright. What's up, y'all? So today is We'll Sum It Up Wednesdays, where we are winding down and we are going to just talk about some good stuff. So tonight's topic is communication. So we're gonna talk for real. We're not gonna talk about, the normal communication that you guys are thinking that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about all different types of communication, right? So we're gonna go through the list of communication, but if you are a human being, right? If you're a person that is in corporate America, if you're a person who have friends, what's up, Ashley Boo? What's up, Booski? If you are a person who is in a relationship, we just gonna run down. Basic communication is key, right? And so everybody needs to learn how to communicate effectively. And so we're just gonna run down the different ways of communication today. And what we definitely want to talk about is ways people communicate that pisses us off, or ways people communicate that makes us happy and makes us want to continue to communicate with them. So that is me starting off. What you got to say, Potty Flay, with your attitude as?
I'm on Instagram with my computer and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so that's what I want to say.
That's normal. It's okay, babe.
Can you get your hair out my damn face? You know what? Now that you put a hair on my face, I got something to say. I got something to say. Now, a few weeks ago, Be All You Are Boo then cut her hair out of nowhere. And the same shit she did to me before, she just don't tell me, just come home and then think I'm supposed to be like this nice guy. Like, oh my gosh, like, oh yeah, I'm so happy for you. When I don't like short hair. That's not my thing.
You should totally be happy for me, baby.
But then, it's like, so, I always said, you know what? Why don't you just get, your people can't see me anyways, but I'm like, why don't you just get like a quick weave or something like that? You know what I mean? She never does that. So then she cuts her hair off just to put weave in, as you can see today. It doesn't make sense to me, people. I don't understand. Somebody let me know how the fuck would she do that? Because I have no clue. Doesn't make sense to me, people.
Well, if he would communicate effectively.
No, you didn't communicate.
I did.
That's why I got so mad.
No, I do communicate. I always tell him before I cut my hair. I'm like, I want to cut my hair. And he'd be like, no. So I'd be like,
is that proper? Okay. I mean, just be 100. Is that proper communication?
That's definitely proper communication, because I tell you I want to cut my hair and you.
So if I say I'm going to Vegas, you're like, all right, bet. And then tomorrow I go, is that okay? Like that's like I just go without telling you.
And I say, all right, bet.
Yeah, without giving you a time. I said, I'm thinking about going to Vegas. I didn't give you a date.
So tell me what all right, bet means. All right, bet means okay.
But hold on, don't make it seem like I didn't sit back and say, before she was on the way to the beauty shop, hey, make sure you're able to do this, make sure you're able to do this, don't cut your hair. She said, and she lied to me, see the proper communication, she said, I'm just going to trim it. I'm just going to get my ends trimmed. That's what she said. And she came back a whole bald-headed hoe. See, that is communication, is not the communication that we want to promote, y'all. That was a lie. That's what she did. She lied. So let's be 100. Let's be real for a second. Can we be real? I know I can.
Being real. The plan was not for me to cut my hair.
But you just said you was gonna cut your hair. So are you lying now? I mean, let me know what's going on.
No, I never said I was going to cut my hair. I said I wanted to cut my hair, and she heard me, so she cut it. Dead bald hoe. Ain't nobody worried about him at all. All right. Now, can we get to effective communication?
Go ahead. You run the thing today.
All right. So the first topic that we're going to talk about is nonverbal communication, right? So nonverbal communication, there's a few different nonverbal communications that we can go over. You good? Or you?
I'm good.
You still not ready?
Go ahead. I'm just doing my thing. Do your thing.
Okay.
Don't worry about what the fuck I got going on.
How did this turn into a venting session? I think that we need to have a communication session. Go ahead and tell me how it feels, babe. How does it feel that I cut my hair? Are you upset?
I don't like it. No, I don't.
Okay. What else?
Like I've expressed a million times before. So.
Yeah, but how does it make you feel that I cut my hair, although you didn't want me to cut my hair?
Let me see. It makes me feel disrespected. It makes me feel like my opinion does not count. It makes me feel betrayed. Amongst other things. But we'll stop right there.
So do you feel, if I hear you correctly, you feel that your wife doesn't respect you and she betrayed you by basically going forward with this action of cutting her hair? Is that how you feel about your wife?
See, why do people always take one situation and talk about whole? I said I feel disrespected in this instant. I didn't say as a whole. See, this what women do here. Fellas, this is what women do. They always try to twist your words up. See, this that communication shit I'm talking about. They always try to twist your words up and tell you what you're thinking. Well, if I say that was a dumb thing to do, so now I'm dumb. I didn't say that. I said that was a dumb thing that you did. See, you can't fuck up my words. Because this is what I do. I talk for a living. I talk every day, so you can't fuck up my words. Don't fuck up my words. Okay, now we can move on. We can move on now. You good?
Okay. So, should we finish this conversation on live? Because I think that it just went left, and we want our audience to know that we know how to communicate effectively.
I can communicate effectively. I don't think you can. Yeah, I said it.
Okay. Anywho, I definitely know how to communicate effectively, but what we're going to talk about is, the first topic is, we're going to talk about nonverbal communication. So nonverbal communication, if anybody wants to let us know what y'all feel nonverbal communication is in the comments, please feel free to comment, as you please. What the fuck are you doing?
Girl, see, is that proper communication?
It's proper communication, but I'm cursing in the communication.
I don't like for you to talk.
Because what the fuck are you doing? You're not even in this. Like, are we on podcast or what? Mine says the same thing. He swears he knows how to communicate, and I don't. He says I have a hard time with difficult conversations.
Yes.
I am. Look, Caress, girl, tell him bye-bye. Because women, why you think stuff gets handled? And this is, and I don't want to turn this into a men versus women versus like how we communicate versus how y'all communicate. But ultimately, let me just leave it right here. The only reason shit gets, acknowledged or brought to the surface or handled is because a woman is going to bring it up.
No, false.
I'm top tier communicator and I let so much slide. They just can't see it. Exactly. Like what we're not going to do is act like women are not the people who be like, we don't talk about our feelings. Like that's why certain things get brought to the surface.
No, because then if a nigga start talking about his feelings, then women talking about, oh, you acting like a bitch, you acting like a female. So we really can't communicate. It's very hard for men to communicate. That's why men are going through all this damn emotional distress. We're going through mental health because we can't voice our opinions because our opinions doesn't mean anything anymore.
Don't say sorry to him. It's all right.
No, yeah, say sorry. See, you can't. She can't even feel where I'm coming from. Damn, Gina.
Look, let's just talk about communication as a whole because my hair should not have even been a factor. You actually like my braids.
No, I don't. See, I communicated and told her I didn't, but she keeps telling everybody that I do when I don't. So I don't know what she's talking about.
Do we need receipts? Y'all, I think we need receipts. I'm blasting this nigga on Facebook tomorrow. He was all up in my DMs this past week and talking about, damn, you look so good. Oh, shit, you fine. Don't do it.
Okay, since we want to pull up receipts, the only reason I said that because she keeps sending me a million videos about people and about a man. She sent me a video about a man and a woman got a haircut, and he was like, oh my gosh, babe, this is how you uplift your girl when she get a haircut. So I thought it was being nice, but now I take it back.
Oh, that's why you were sitting there?
That's exactly why I did it. Yeah.
Effective communication will let the truth come out. Okay.
The truth was already out in the beginning. What are you talking about?
Because you commented on a video of me with my braids looking good.
After you sent me the video.
You replied to that video.
Yeah, I didn't, but I figured that was just you was trying to tell me something, so that's why I went ahead and boom. That's what I did. That's what I did today.
All right.
Those were the words I said to you. It was last May, don't know the exact day. In my head there was a frame.
Thank you, friend.
When you told me that you loved me more than anything in your life.
Clifton said, communication is not the problem. Comprehension is. You're correct. You're correct. Sometimes it is. We want.
No, disobedience is. That's disobedience is.
It's basically whatever we want to take the reply as. All right. Okay. Whatever. Look. Needless to say, I cut my hair because I wanted to cut I cut my hair. That was not the goal. I'm supposed to cut my hair in layers, and my beautician cut my hair in a bob because I had been like, oh, I want my hair cut, and she went ahead and cut it. So I didn't plan on getting my hair cut, but it's cute, and I like it, and I wanted to cut, so it's cut. See, women listen to women. Men don't listen to women.
No, she don't, because, hold on, she just said women listen to women, and she told her beautician that she didn't want to cut, and she cut it anyway. So she didn't listen. So you see how that communication is right now, people? Do you see what's going on? See, she just blasted her own self and her beautician. And I'm going to get on that beautician when I see it, because I already know who the fuck you is. I'm watching your ass, and I ain't happy with it.
All right. Anyways, okay.
Can you stop? Can you move your hair to the other way? Because you keep bopping this shit on me. Can you go to the right side?
Wow.
Thank you.
Nope.
Okay. Smell like you're a chain smoker.
Okay, I can pull it to the other side.
Thank you.
All right. Anyways, go. Can you start it off, please? Because you keep talking about my damn hair.
Go ahead. You lead. All
right. So we're talking about different communications. First is nonverbal communication. So what we do while we speak often says more than the actual words, right? So nonverbal communication would go as far as like facial expressions, body language, posture, eye contact, and hand movement. So I would say a lot of nonverbal communication can come off as negative, majority of the ones that we actually are able to like really like read, right? It's more of like a negative, like let's say like body language, like when somebody's like you talking, you like you good, like it make you want to be like, you want to be here right now, like do you want to listen to what I got to say, so body language is a huge one. And I would say like facial expressions. I've always been a person who even like I would say even like even if it's like you're talking about something juicy, or if you're talking about something like, I don't know, really really passionate, like I have very very strong facial features. So my face, like I'll make a face not even knowing that I'm making a face. So facial expressions are really really big as well. What would you say about like as far as nonverbal communication?
Well, people, first I would say that facial expressions are everything. And what I've learned is that women always making facial expressions about Nick. They always do like, like you gotta understand. And I'm not just talking about just about ladies, but majority of ladies.
Don't do it.
Like we see you. So when you roll your eyes, we see you. When you smack your gum in that look, we see you. We see everything that you do. So when you're doing facial expressions, just remember people can see what the hell you're doing. It's not a secret. It's not hidden. We are watching you and we see it full in real time. Mm-hmm. And that just got to do with your posture. Like if I'm talking to you and you sit like this, you're not interested. So I don't even have, look, I grew up where your nonverbal communication was probably more important than your verbal communication. Yeah. Because I was taught, when you're talking to somebody, look them in the eye, sit up straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, people just,
you don't have to do
that. You don't have to do that. I don't even, and anybody.
It doesn't even make somebody question your character when you don't do that.
Anybody that knows me knows that if you don't look me in my eye, I will stop talking. I will stop talking to like, because I don't like talking to somebody and they on their phone. I need full eye contact. I need you to converse with me. I need you to look at me when we're talking to each other because I don't believe that you're listening to me. You see what I'm saying? So like, nonverbal communication is one of the most important communications to me because I can tell your attitude. I can tell if you're happy. I can tell if you're sad. I can definitely tell if you're angry. So people, work on your nonverbal communication. Work on your posture, your body language. Work on, work on everything that your facial expressions. Work on all of these things because let me tell you something. In the real world, in the real world, you go to a job interview. You try to go in for a position. They'll look at you and be like, you wonder why I didn't have that job. Because you didn't come in with a smile on your face. You was like this in the job. You was like this in the interview. You was slouching. That means you don't want to be here. So word to the wise, keep your shit and get it together. Or leave it alone. Get it together or leave it alone, okay?
Yeah, definitely posture up. I want to talk again about facial expressions. And this may be something that a lot of women also have experienced. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome in. Hey, Kiana. What's up, sis? How are y'all doing?
Hey.
Thank you for joining in tonight. I want to talk on the subject of also nonverbal communication, but specifically facial expressions, because I'm not a person that really just like goes around looking like happy all the time. Even though I am happy, like I'm totally happy, I'm blessed, I'm just high on life, if that's what people say. But like even as a child, people would be like, "Are you okay?" what's going on? You all right? And it would offend me, and I would be like, nothing's wrong. Like, you mad? What's wrong? And I'm like, nothing's wrong with me. I'm just not smiling. So I have I guess they came up with it a few months ago, or a few years ago. It's called a rested bitch face, right? And I mean, I've never seen it because I've never kind of caught myself off guard. But it's like sometimes when I'm not bothered, like I be in mid thinking, I just be like.
But if the thing is, if you know that, then it's your job to change that. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The people who happen to have that, it happens more. It happens. People can see you. Most of the people can see you. So when they see you and you come back like, I was like, what the fuck you looking at? I'm looking at you. You don't look happy. If somebody asks you all the time, mama, daddy, what's wrong? You good? That means your facial expression tells it everything. And I'm telling you this because I know this for a fact, because I usually walk around like with a happy face when I go to work, when I come home. And if I'm not making that happy face, people are gonna ask me, Flav, what's wrong with you? Is everything okay? Like they ask me, and sometimes they'll be like, sometimes there do be stuff wrong with me. So I have to understand if I want to continue to maintain that, people talking to me and addressing me in a certain way and not asking me what's wrong, I have to continue to not have that resting bitch face or whatever you want to call it, because, I got to understand that I'm here for a greater purpose. So a lot of people look to me for their happiness. So if I'm not walking around smiling, and not even just that I'm smiling, but walking around like this. Like I look angry when I do that. And everybody can tell. So, I mean, it just goes to self-evaluation of yourself. And if somebody asks you something more than one time, then it happens to become frequent, just know that it might be something that you have to change as a human being in order to not get those looks.
I agree with you 100%. What I was getting to was that used to happen as a younger, a young lady, and even through my young adulthood. And so when I would make eye contact with somebody, I would smile. If I make eye contact with you, I would smile. Hey cousin, hey Brittany, what's up? What's up, Rosalind?
You say you used to?
Listen, can I finish
my I'm waiting on you. Okay.
I would, or I still do. But what just happened, and it brought me back, right? It brought me back. And this just happened probably about maybe an hour and a half ago. I was at a gas station, and I was
AKA liquor store. I'm gonna tell the T, y'all. TEA. Go ahead.
You a ho for that, bro. Anyways, I was at the cash register.
Now you can't even get.
I was at the cash register, and I happened to look back at the door, and the dude was like, "You good? You good? You look mad, sweetie." And all I did was do this. I was cashing out, and I looked back at the door, and he was like, "You good?" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm
But look,
saying."
did you just see the facial expression that she just made?
But I wasn't even looking at him. Like, bro, why are you asking me, am I good? I don't even, why are you even asking me that? I wasn't even,
because some people are just genuinely concerned about.
No nigga is genuinely concerned of how I'm doing. You
so
just
only women can ask you that question?
Yup. At this point.
See, y'all see the problem in America?
Yup. Nigga, don't ask me how I'm doing. Bye. Goodbye. I'm good. I'm looking at the door. I'm looking at where the exit sign is. I'm looking at how I'm going to make my escape.
This is why we're talking about communication, and we're going in on proper communication, and you still not even willing to compromise because don't know nigga need to ask me.
But no. That's not what I'm saying. The communication, and then now let's go ahead and switch gears, because verbal communication is, "Hey sweetie, how you doing?" Not, "Are you good?" You don't start a sentence by asking somebody, "Are they good?" Because now I got my guard up. Now I got my guns up. Don't ask me, "Am I good?" Don't ask me, you got an attitude? No, I got no attitude. Now I'm gonna have attitude because you just asked me, do I have an attitude? Period. Like, I looked at the door. I literally looked at the exit sign. He was like, hey, mama, you good?
But something on your facial expression had to let him think that you weren't good. But you just said you don't realize how you be looking. So maybe the way you were looking was an unsatisfactory look. And maybe he was genuinely concerned about your well-being.
No,
because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case. That's not the case. A lot of men are genuinely concerned. And that doesn't mean they don't have ulterior motives, like they don't want to get with you. But it's like if you see somebody coming in, they looking sad. Maybe, because I'm gonna tell you something. So you can't say all niggas. I'm gonna tell you something. One day, I was at work,
baby, sweet,
and I saw this woman, and she was pumping her air in her tire. And I looked at her, and she looked like she was just gonna bust out in tears. And I said, "Are you okay?" And she just busted out in tears. She was crying. And then, she basically ended up just telling me, like, my mother passed away. I'm going through a lot of stuff. But it's like, sometimes, yes, I don't have any motive. But sometimes it doesn't matter what the motive is that a person's asking you something. They're asking you this in concern. So, like, that's something that you just got to understand. You know what I mean? Like, and just, you just got to deal with it. And you got to accept that we're men and we have feelings too. So, just the way that y'all can answer questions or ask questions or give y'all facial expressions. If you had a positive facial expression, he might have been like, hey, how you doing this morning? But now it's like, but he may not know how to communicate.
Exactly why we're talking about communication.
So both of y'all communicated wrong then.
No. I never communicated wrong. I looked at a door. I didn't look at this nigga.
So
if I would have looked at him that way, totally fine. Ask me, is everything okay? If I would have looked at him that way. I looked at the door. I looked at my exit sign. And I specifically looked at a certain area of the wall so I didn't make eye contact with him so he didn't think that I was trying to holler at him or if I was free or if I wanted to conversate. I specifically did that. So that's why I was like, oh, I am absolutely great. Oh, well, it didn't look like it, so that's why I asked.
See, exactly.
So now you made it even worse for me to I'm gonna look at your ugly ass.
Fellas, this is why we will never, ever understand. We would never understand the woman.
No, you wouldn't.
We would never understand the woman because they make their language is always different when it comes to men. And so if we approach them, we don't know how to approach them because if you approach them one way, then it's wrong. If you approach them another way, it's wrong. If you give them a drink, I ain't no trick. If you come to me and say, how you doing? Oh, that's a line. It's no proper communication with a woman because they have their expectations. But when it's all said and done, they really don't know what the hell they want.
You know what?
They don't know what they want.
Next time, I'm going to be like, no, somebody has me. They're trying to drug traffic me. Oh my God, they're in the car. Are you going to save me? That's what I'm going to do next time. Since you so worried. You ain't worried, nigga. He wasn't worried. He was trying to get it. He was trying to holler. Like, bye. Get out of my face.
So what's the problem with a man trying to holler at a woman?
Nothing. But I wasn't looking at you. Women who are available make themselves available.
No, you don't. Oh. Men find reasons to be able to talk to a woman, to be able to communicate with a woman. That's what men do. Men try to find reasons because we don't want to get the resting bitch face, or men don't want to get shut down at the door. So we're looking for some type of communication so we can maybe ease our way inside of that door instead of just being like, we don't know how to approach y'all because then we might get the resting bitch face. We'll be like, damn nigga, I'm good. Don't try to holler at me. Because a lot of women, unfortunately, this is the thing I hate about the communication part about men and women, because if a man tries to communicate with a woman that he likes her, she'll blow that nigga off, make fun of him, talk shit about him, even though it may not be her type. I just be like, boy, get the fuck out of here. I saw that. And that's not a way to treat another human being.
You're right. I totally agree.
So what's the next form of communication? There'll be 30 minutes in, we've been going on this damn nonverbal.
I agree with you. But nonverbal is the most important communication. It is, because nonverbal says something that the other person automatically has to think that you're saying without saying it.
Exactly.
So it's honestly the most important.
So that's why it's important.
But when somebody not looking at you, they're not looking at you.
They don't. So does it say that nonverbal? Does it say that I have to be looking at you? No. The nonverbal part is I'm looking at the way you're looking. It didn't say that we have to catch eye contact and I gotta talk to you. No, I'm looking at you and I see you sad, or I see you, man. I'm like, hey baby girl, you good? The old lady come up to you. You may not be looking at them eyes and like, sweetie, you okay? You ain't even looking, but they see the look on your facial. We talked about facial expressions. They're looking at your face to see how you look, not to see if you're catching eye contact and looking back at them.
But when you catch eye contact, that connects the communication. Because you can be looking at me all day, and if I don't never look at you, you can say whatever, but I don't know you're talking to me unless we catch eye contact. So you cannot just say something to somebody who doesn't even know you're talking to them. So eye contact connects the verbal or the nonverbal communication.
Okay, but look, we just talked about that most people nowadays don't keep eye contact. So that's not taught these days. So you have to understand we're living in a different day and age where people don't communicate with eye contact. So now we are on a teaching thing. We're trying to teach you how the appropriate way. So if you have a resting bitch face, just know you're gonna get resting bitch answers. You're gonna get resting bitch questions. People are gonna ask, even if you're not looking at them, if you have that facial expression, somebody might genuinely be concerned about your well-being. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Just real quick, there's a lot of people out there that had a facial expression and they was looking. They didn't look at somebody in the face, but they were looking for somebody to tell them, to ask them, hey, are you okay? And that person never asked them, and therefore they end up committing suicide. Suicide is at the greatest height of our lives right now. So what I'm saying is that we got to pay attention to people's nonverbal communication because they may or may not be trying to tell us something. They could be mad about something that's going on in their personal life, and now it's spilling over to this. Hell, we don't know. We just might be concerned. So
you're right, but it is all about, like Princess says, it's all about the approach and the tone. You are absolutely 100% correct. It is all about the tone and the approach, because you cannot like walk up to somebody like that could be a trigger for somebody. You know, that could be a trigger for them, like, you good?
But I'm saying,
oh, your attitude, like,
what I'm saying,
like I said, like for me, like, don't ask me, do I have an attitude? Because if I don't have an attitude, you're gonna automatically make me have an attitude. Because now I have to defend myself and tell you that I don't have an attitude. Now I have one because I shouldn't even have to do that. Like
she said, I understand that, but how can you expect a stranger like you now expect? Listen, can I talk? So we're not. Stop talking to people. You talk to everybody and their mama. So don't.
Exactly. And I know how to approach people with the tone, and I know how to say, "Hey, beautiful, how are you? Hey, gorgeous."
Can I talk for a second? Can I talk, please?
Go ahead.
Because see, this is the problem. That how do you try to put expectations on somebody who grew up in a different background, who grew up the way that you didn't grow up? Everybody expectations. If I grew up in Chicago and people talk a certain different way in Texas, in Texas, a lot of people be like, they be calling each other bitches and hoes and stuff like that. When I grew up, saying a bitch to somebody was a very disrespectful tone. So it's different. So you can't expect someone to answer you how you would address them. You have to understand, and that's where, as me, now being a certified life coach, I understand that everybody doesn't know how to properly communicate. But where do we get the manual for proper communication? Where do we get it from? Because look, I know, and this might be a controversy, but you know what? I'm a human being, so I respect all human beings. And just because somebody differs with somebody's opinion, so rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Somebody may not agree with the way he said things, but a lot of things that he said, if y'all just dug into not the clips, he was dead point on about a lot of situations. Now his approach was wrong, but let me tell you this. This is one thing that I've learned in America. We like that shit. So we can get mad at Kevin Samuels or Kanye West or Donald Trump or whoever don't talk the way we want to talk, we love that shit. Because every time somebody doing something positive or saying something the right way, you don't watch that shit. We watch videos on YouTube on people getting their ass whooped, people cussing people out, people slapping people. If it ain't drama, it ain't about shit. So don't, for 1 second, try to condemn somebody about shit that you like. That's why they put it on TV. Bad Girls Club was the #1 show, rating, love and hip hop. So we like that drama shit. So don't act like you don't. Real shit from a real nigga.
Whatever that was supposed to mean. Okay.
That was supposed to mean everything they were supposed to mean.
Okay.
So now we're gonna talk about written communication. Because now this is it's a whole other thing nowadays.
What's up to all of the people who just came in? Sorry.
Now we're talking about communication. We're talking about communication, and we're talking about written communication. The forms and types of written communication are text messages, emails, DMs, Instagram, Facebook messages, comments on your pictures, all this other shit that we get into. And let me tell you something, y'all. I hate all forms of written communication. I hate them with a passion.
What?
Because I could have.
You hate all forms?
I don't like emailing. I don't like texting. I like talking on the fucking phone.
You like verbal. Okay. So hey, y'all in the comments, y'all tell us what's your favorite type of communication. If it's nonverbal, verbal, written.
Most people gonna say written because they love text. Like, nigga, where you at?
Everybody.
Nigga, where you at? I hate texting because what I could say to you in 2 minutes, what I could say to you in 2 minutes, it take me 2 hours. Because now you don't write back in your text messages fast. So now I'm getting a 3 minute, a 5 minute, 10 minute delay. And I could have already been done with this conversation.
And when you're verbal, you have to answer right. Yeah.
Like, what you doing?
I think it's honestly made our generation very
slow, soft, emotional.
Oh my God.
Especially with this damn coronavirus, all these damn masks. All you do now, you don't even talk no more, you just do this. You just shake your head.
Verbal and written communication. I like verbal and written. Oh yeah. See, but y'all our age. Yeah. I'm gonna say verbal.
Nah, but see, you can't pick one. You're going off two. You have to pick one.
You gotta pick one.
Verbal or written. Which one? Because see, written can give you.
I prefer communicating in person. I like to see facial expressions and body.
That's the best way. But also, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
In person and verbal communication is similar because even in the tone of your voice, I can hear like, this bitch got an attitude.
Yep.
Like, I'm like, hello, can I take your order? Bitch, hold on.
No, bitch, you can't take my order. You good? You good? And my thing is, if I'm pulling up to a restaurant and I hear that, I'm not going to ask you, are you good? I'm just going to be like, oh, no, thank you. I'm going to keep on driving because, bitch, I don't want no bitch who got an attitude making my motherfucking burger. No, thank you.
Well, actually, the person that you're talking to, 9 times out of 10, they're not making your burger.
That whole energy in that restaurant got a fucking attitude, and I don't want them in my motherfucking burger. Because now I'm going to eat that shit, and I'm going to have a motherfucking attitude. Verbal, because written content can be taken the wrong way. I ain't gonna lie, I like written because I'm already extra as fuck, and I may look at a video later, like when I be doing these podcasts, I look at my video like, oh my God, girl, you are so extra. Oh my God, you were so loud. Oh my God, that was so too much. But written, I'm like, okay, I can.
But see, written communication is so
prepared.
Written communication is so inconsistent, though.
Even if I got an attitude, I can make it like I don't have an attitude. And
No. See, no, that's so hard because if you say, hey, with like Hay with an exclamation mark, you can be like, hey, you can be like, hey. Like, see, it's the same, so it's confusing.
Girls don't even write hey. Like,
whatever they write, hello, you can be like, hello, or you can be like, hello.
Wow.
So, I mean, like, written communication is the worst because if you can, and then you try to clean it up. You can say, so where you at? LOL. You mad when you said it, but LOL is kind of like smoothing the blow. Like,
LOL smooths everything out unless you peep game. A bitch tell me LOL after you just said something contradicting or offensive. It's like, scratch the LOL, bitch. What you trying to say? Like,
that's how niggas hit. Let me tell y'all something. That's how niggas hit nowadays. That's how you test the water. Like, girl, what you got on LOL? And when you fuck LOL? Girl, let me suck them titties. LOL.
Damn.
You ever been fingered before? LOL. Just playing.
Yeah.
Look with a wink face. Just playing.
Yeah, I love emojis. I totally speak in emojis.
Look, this is what I want to know. And I know a lot of people on these lives or whatever, they probably do this, but I want to know. If you have my phone number, why do you send me Instagram messages? I mean, I'm just curious. I'm like,
because
hey, what up, Flag? What you doing? But you know what? I know why, because I can check and see if your ass is online or not. Yep. Sometimes, because see, I got my phone where you can't see if I read the text message or not. Motherfuckers be like, oh, I know you online, motherfucker. What's up, nigga?
Yep, it says.
And he's like, oh, I know that you read my message, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hell no.
Okay, so let's talk about written communication. I know we have a little bit of time left. Written communication basically covers. I
don't want to waste it. Just drink that. Just drink that all the way
down. It says, in fact, poor written. Oh wait, are we talking about poor written communication?
We're talking about writing communication. Period.
Okay.
Period.
So,
period.
Okay, so please cut that part out. Poor communication, poor written skills often lead to confusion and embarrassment and even potential legal jeopardy.
That is why if you're doing some type of business venture, write it down. I've been watching Judge Mathis, Judge Maybelline. I've been watching Miss Laura.
It's a makeup.
The people's. Now she's the black woman with the wig on. Who we are having the dark makeup on. So I mean, so written communication is very important because a lot of people put in a lot of stuff inside of in like jargon, like professional jargon that you won't understand. That's why a lot of times when you're writing up contracts, you have to get a lawyer because they put a lot of shit in there. I've watched a lot of, over the last month, I've probably watched 500 court shows. So what I'm telling you, you have to write your shit down, and therefore they be like, I didn't know that $500, that was a gift, that wasn't a loan. And then they go back to the text messages and be like, hey, remember I loaned you that $500? And then they be like, I'm gonna get it back to you, bro. Oh, so you just admitted that I loaned you that. Because if I didn't loan you that, you'd be like, nigga, I don't know, you didn't loan me that was a gift.
Yep.
See, so writing, that's the biggest thing. That's a contract. So even if you don't physically write up a contract, if you text somebody something, and that's a written agreement that you put up. So just if y'all business people or whatever, anytime you're doing business with anybody, especially your motherfucking family, which I advise you not to do business with your family. Write this shit up. Write it up on live.
On live, you gonna say that?
I'm gonna say that because family, I'm not saying always, but a lot of times they will fuck you over because they be like, oh, it's all good. You don't need, you good, bro.
That's probably funny. They got it.
Damn. You gonna do your boy like that after I went over there? And then they be on this about, they be lying to their teeth like, nigga, I loaned you $5,000. And then what judge about to say? I'm gonna give it back to you on my income tax time. No, they are not. They will. If somebody say they're gonna give you their money back on the income tax time, you're never gonna get that money a day in your life. I don't care I don't care.
I done heard that too many times.
Well, shit, I went through hard times. I went through hard times. Look, I went through hard times. That's why. So look. Just don't.
Hey,
look, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Just when you write shit down, y'all, just be careful what you write and read your shit. Yeah. Read your shit, okay? You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to what the fuck you read and what the fuck you write.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I prefer verbal communication. Because I can actually physically hear you talk.
But written is more.
No, written is good because you have proof. Because people make verbal contracts like, hey bro, let me borrow $20. Okay, cool. If you don't have it, because when you go to the judge shows, they're like, Did you say like, I never said that?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, are you really lying, nigga?
Do you remember that judge show that we watched and the girl had let her daddy borrow the car, but she let her boyfriend borrow the car before? The daddy was in court crying.
I can't believe
And she was
you.
like, yeah, that's how he do.
He always crying.
Yeah, it was like, you took your daddy to court. She was like, yep. That's what he always do that. He always try to play with me.
But look, this is what I say. Look, you know, that's what we're talking about court. Just drop it.
Yeah.
I would never take nobody to court. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say never, but I'm never taking no family members to court. I like, fuck it. Like,
don't say that.
no, I'm not. Like, because I'm not gonna why? You probably not gonna give it to me anyway.
Well, my thing is,
the relationship is already over. Once you take a person to court, the relationship is over.
Yeah, but I learned this a long time ago. If you don't got it, don't give it. And that's just simple. And I'm gonna say it again. If you don't got it, don't give it. I'm gonna say it again. If you don't got it, don't give it, because you cannot expect anybody to give you back something that you loan them or that you loan them. Like loans usually go a year, 2 years, 3 years, 12 months, 24, 36, 48, up to 72 months, right? So a loan is a loan. So boo, if you ain't got it, just don't give it.
And I'm pretty sure that most people who borrow stuff, they want to pay you back.
They do.
But
they not.
If it comes to me, I have this $500 and me going to go pop a bottle at a club or giving you that, I'm probably gonna pop that bottle.
Or if they see your lifestyle, right? Hey Melissa, what's up, cousin Crystal? Look, they see your lifestyle. They say you doing good. You don't need it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's watching everybody's life. Like we all watching.
Damn, nigga, you worried about that funky ass $20?
Nigga, you were just popping bottles at the club last week. You good? Just if you ain't got it.
Look, y'all, communication is one of the most important things that you have, and your word is your bond.
Yeah.
So it's very important to make sure that you communicate with people appropriately, and that's verbal and nonverbal. When you're talking to somebody and you don't want them to talk shit about you or say something negative, keep your posture up.
Yeah, posture up.
Look them in their eyes. You know what I mean? Don't be having the resting bitch face. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Deanna?
So, I mean, it's important to make sure that your facial expressions also, because you can say, hey, you having a good day? And they're like, I'm having a good day. No, you're not. You just told me in your face you're not having a good day.
Look, and if you are still working in the office at your job and you have a special meeting, it is best that you keep on a mask so nobody sees your facial expressions.
But I can still see the cringe that you're doing with your eyes. Like, I know that shit underneath that mask. That's why people like the coronavirus. Because they can talk shit about, I can't stand Becky bitch ass. They can say that with their facial expressions underneath that mask.
No, it is a blessing. It's a blessing. Like, to have a mask on, you be like, bitch, I don't even like your ugly ass. Bitch, I don't even like your fat ass hoe.
But see the thing is, that's why it's important to have self-control, because you can do this. You can be like, I hope you have a wonderful day. And the whole time you're like, bitch, I can't stand your ugly ass.
Exactly. Masks actually saved us, but it hurt us.
It hurt us. Masks fucked up this society. It did because it made us antisocial to where now we're talking about communication. Nowadays, no one knows how to properly communicate because anybody who was raised a certain way, all those values went out of the way when the pandemic hit. Because now
they told us lose all this shit.
And you know what? It fucked our kids up. To be the first, that made them. This last 3 years have been hell. Nonverbal communication. They don't know how to look you in the eyes. They keep their head down because now they don't have to talk. Now I don't have to talk to you.
And they don't even give a fuck about coronavirus. They just say, I gotta put my mask on.
Because they don't want to talk to nobody. That has really messed things up.
Yeah, it really has.
But you know what, y'all? It's 8 o'clock. I know we started
we didn't start on time.
We got another few minutes, even though it was her fault. See,
are we talking about communication?
I did go live first, didn't I?
Is it my fault?
Whose fault is it?
Whose fault is it?
Is it mine?
Whose fault is it?
Is it mine?
Yes, it's your fault.
Why?
Because you were asleep.
I was here on live. Was you sleep with me?
No, I was not asleep.
You lie. She like, why don't let her tell you these lies, y'all? Ooh,
We
baby,
love you more, Em.
stop running, baby.
Also,
stop
this is another thing.
running.
This is another thing as far as written communication.
Was it
Text
done?
message. What?
Nothing.
Text message. Emails, and even letters. Right, that's all the paper trail. So just remember,
and I enclose it with a kiss. And if I write her, she better get it on time. Alright, now yes, letters are, and you know what, we gotta get back to letters, y'all, because you know what thing about letters? Letters are heartfelt, but letters, you can't reply back to a letter. So if you really want to go off on somebody, if you really want to give a person a piece of your mind, write them a letter.
And
mail them to their address. And these
bitch, let me tell you a piece of my mind.
And now they so mad because they can't.
They gonna read it.
They're gonna read it.
Yeah.
But look, you may never get a reply, but they reading that motherfucking letter.
Ooh.
I don't give a fuck.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. We need to get back to replying.
And then look, one thing about writing a letter though, that's dangerous. Cause if you're a man, I don't know if you want to write a letter. Cause look, you know, girls always be trying to put that shit on blast.
I done seen a few women like just putting the text message from their baby daddies online like, oh bitch, leave me alone. I done seen
the last couple days, motherfucker, like, look at this bitch ass nigga did. Like, nigga, look, don't write nothing down. Have the only conversation you need to have with your girlfriend or your baby. No, not even verbal in person to make sure that bitch ain't pushing that recording button on the phone.
She can record in person too. You better call on the phone.
No, make sure she ain't got a phone in her hand. Look, but hey, we're gonna talk. No phones, no nothing.
Oh, women know how to hide that shit.
That's how you do it though. That's how you do it because look. Like, people will record your ass. And they will screenshot your conversation and put them out there like, oh, nigga, that's what, you don't eat ass. Nigga, look at this message of your face all in my ass, motherfucker. Like, yeah, nigga, you was eating that gravy.
You don't lie, because you will be on live.
Don't make me post, and then it can be like, everything can be good. It can be 10 years later, and you break up with a girl or you break up with a boy, and they blasting your ass. That's why niggas be putting up sex tapes. Women, don't get in a sex tape. Do not. A nigga will post that shit in a heartbeat. Soon as you break up, nigga better, look at, she said I had this. Oh, she said I had a little dick. She was slurping all on it, bitch. Watch this, y'all. Why did y'all?
Or if the dick not good, you moaning and shit just to make him feel good.
It wasn't good. Watch this, y'all.
And then like, that nigga had a small dick and then he posted.
It was small. I had to be going crazy, y'all. So look.
Ew.
Do not.
That's so fucked up.
Stay away from written communication if you can. I mean, especially if you argue. Especially if you arguing with somebody, stay away from the paper trail because they can always record you, and now they have valid proof of whatever you said. Criminals are the dumbest motherfuckers in the world because they always get caught. That's why all these niggas on here getting caught. These dumbass Instagram ass niggas record their crimes on Instagram. They get 20 years of life. Damn, cuz. Look, hey, bro. Just give me a cigarette. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Hey, for real, they do be doing that.
Nigga be telling on themselves like, damn, nigga, they ain't got that on you. But like I said, if you get compromised, and most of it comes from written evidence. Mm-hmm. That's where they get their evidence from.
It's paper trail.
Because the thing is, what protects you in most states. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all live in Texas, Texas is a state where you can have a conversation. As long as you are in the conversation, you can record somebody's conversation legally. But it's a lot of states that's illegal. So that's why most states, you don't have to abide by those rules, but written communication is legal in every single state. So if you write something to somebody, just know that they can use that shit in a court of law or the court of public opinion. Anything that you say can be used against you.
Can be used against you in the court of law.
In the court of law.
Yeah.
Lawyer up, bitch ass nigga.
or just don't communicate if you can't communicate effectively. If or you need help, you need assistance, please call us. We are certified life coaches. We can help you with your reply.
The number is, and see, I know y'all know we argue a lot. Of course, we are life coaches, but you know we have different perspectives. That's what makes us unique. 9 times out of 10, I'm probably the right one. But you know, I give her 10% because I love her. You know what I mean?
Don't fucking touch my braids. Don't fucking touch my braids.
Well, hold on, you gotta communicate with that before that.
No. The communication is don't fucking touch my fucking braids.
I don't want to touch some things anyway.
Okay. Well then, cool.
Well, y'all. Play me a jam when we go out.
Alrighty. Well, that was fun.
That was fun, y'all.
Again.
This month, what do we have this month? We have
a lot going on this month.
Bali's twerking tea party coming May 20th, Friday night, from 8 to 10 p.m. So if you ladies are looking for some women empowerment, if you just want to be around other females and want to shake that ass, get you some cardio in, and have a great time, and also maybe learn a couple things.
Yeah,
make sure y'all look in her link in her bio. I do got a mixed album EP release at the end of the month, May 29th. So make sure y'all, follow me. Go ahead, look at my link in my bio. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of stuff going on, in 2022. So
2022.
In May, Mother's Day just passed. So like I said, shout out to all the mothers out there. I'm going to see how much energy us fathers, now that Mother's Day is over, I'm going to see how much energy us fathers get. And
I don't want to do a big event on Father's Day.
I just don't, when you see, it's like so many people talk about so much of the negative. So on Father's Day, I get all these women talking about happy Father's Day to my boo, Chantella. Like, no, she's not a fucking father. And you can never replace a father. And women, kids need fathers.
Yeah, so they tell them motherfuckers to step up and take care of their motherfucking seed.
You know what, y'all?
But
I'm gonna say this. No. Next, okay, how about this? We're gonna have a conversation about raising your child appropriately next time. How's that sound? Or you don't want to do that? Because see, people don't want to hear what the fuck's going on. See, I'm on both sides.
Raise these kids, but it's just about the kids being, receptive to it.
No, it's not about just kids being receptive. It's about parents putting their kids in a position and not fighting between mother and father all the time, which goes on. We live in a country where 60% of marriage ends in divorce, and most people don't get married. Most kids are raised in single households, and we gotta ask ourselves, why? Why? Why is the poverty rate at an all-time high? Why are kids going through mental health right now? Why don't kids know how to communicate right now? Because of what they're seeing.
Kids don't know how to communicate right now because we're not making them communicate. And then because we just went through the 2020 COVID.
So that's only the last 3 years of why kids don't know how to communicate?
Yeah. I know our kids lost a whole bunch.
I don't believe that. I believe that this generation in itself, because of lack of mothers and lack of fathers getting along with each other, peace, mothers and fathers not being in the same household. Like a lot of
the pandemic didn't make it any better.
I didn't say it made it any better, but that's not the reason why. Shit been fucked up for 30 years now. I mean, shit, I didn't know how to communicate when I was a kid. Because I was always told, hey, you know what? Shut the fuck up, boys don't cry. So I was always trying to be hard and had to hold in them tears. So, shit, communication problem been going on for a long time.
Yeah, okay.
We just gotta address it, and we gotta be better parents. So now that we got Mother's Day out the way, thank God for all my mothers, my mother, your mother, and all the other mothers out there. I respect y'all, I love y'all, and y'all keep doing what y'all doing because women carry babies, and men don't. So I'm gonna leave it at that. God bless y'all. Tune in next week to Will Some of the Podcast. If y'all have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, take your ass on YouTube and subscribe.
Go subscribe now.
Because eventually we gonna get our monkey ass off Instagram and Facebook, and we're going straight to YouTube, and we're going to the podcast streaming networks. So y'all, go subscribe to our YouTube channel at Will Sum It Up. Link is in my bio. You can find it on her page, or you just type in Will Sum It Up, and it will pop in all of our previous episodes. No spaces, all one word.
All together.
So So if you pull it up, all this shit will be up there. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to Will Sum It Up podcast where we have two people,
Two perspectives.
one common goal. Answers now rock my shit.